Hey gang, thanks for being here. I wanted just to share something with you about wealth, success, prosperity, or the lack thereof. Um, some people think that there's a huge mystery about where people are in life and why people are prospering the way they are or not prospering. And there's no mystery. A lot of times we just overlook our simple habits that we have every day, and it's those little habits that create your future. They say your success is hidden in your daily routine. So do you have a daily planner? Those habits that we often don't even think about, that are just rote memory, those are the hardest ones to change. I think that everybody can understand how true that is. And a lot of times, if you're like me and you're trying to push forward in a business and doing some things that you've never done before and just feeling like you're butting your head up against the wall, you're having the same success that you were the previous year, the previous week even, and you feel like you're not getting anywhere, you want to check your daily routine. And of course there's other things that you can talk about, but break it down into what are you doing to really create that success that you want. And it's not a mystery. If you think about just some very simple things. You get up in the morning, you brush your teeth. A lot of times you probably do it the exact same way that you did the previous day. Hopefully you did it the previous evening too, the previous afternoon. But the previous time, you probably are doing it the same way. And if you break it down into something even smaller than that, to see how those habits that you do every day, do it the same way every day, create that success or lack thereof. Take a look at this. This is when someone broke this down for me. His name is John Maxwell. Amazing guy. If you have any of his books, read John Maxwell books. But this one is Putting Your Dream to the Test. And he put it like this. You got a set amount of habits that you're involved with every day. And take a look at this. I'm going to have to really break this down, because this is super important. All right. I'm willing to bet, do the same thing all the time. If you do this with me, lace your fingers together, put your fingers together. All right. Now look down. All right. That same finger, I bet, and same thumb is always on top. Right. Do it again. Yep, it is. Now, if you were to change this habit that you've had since the beginning that you've ever thought of putting your fingers together, you want to put it together so that your other thumb is on top. Go ahead and do that. Does it feel kind of weird? Yeah, it does. It feels kind of weird to me. Go ahead and do this. Cross your arms. All right. Now, look down. What arm is on top? Try to fold your arms this time with your other arm on top. Feels kind of weird, doesn't it? Yeah. All right. Though, if you were to switch doing those things like you had done before, it feels kind of weird. It feels unnatural. If you were going to have success in an endeavor that you have never participated in before, or even if it is something that you're pretty familiar with, but you really want to be a top 1% earner and just go huge in the endeavor that you're doing, you're going to have to develop some different habits, and it's going to feel weird, and you're going to have to push yourself into those new habits consciously. Just like if I said lace your hands the other way, put your hands together differently, and put your hands different than you have done before. All right, you have to do it consciously. Now, those are just breaking it down into simple habits that you don't even think about every day. But in order to have major success in what you want to do, you're going to have to really be focusing on those habits that you need to have every day and consciously changing them the way you want to change them, so you can have that success. All right, because the people that aren't moving forward, and this could be you, and this was me, moving forward in the way that they want to move forward, they weren't changing those habits. Maybe they did for a little bit and it was weird and they backed off and they're like, wow, that's weird. I don't know if I can handle that. All right? Listen, push yourself into those new habits and establish some continuity, some consistency. And you know what? Geez, give yourself a year. Guys like Jonathan Budd or Mike Dillard, man, after just pushing themselves into some habits and staying consistent, even for a little year, you gotta put them in a few different income brackets. And I urge you, if you're a person who's made some promises to themselves, their husband, their wife, their friends, that they're gonna do X, Y, Z this next year, push yourself into those habits that you need to do. Figure out what you need to do on a daily basis. Break that year down into months. Break that months down into weeks. Break that week down into days. And if you need to, bust it down into hours and push yourself into those habits. Man, you're going to be happy. So anyway, that's all I got to talk about. And I'll be talking with you soon.